You guys my 9/11 story. I will preface this first by saying no, I was not there. So I don't want anyone to think that that's the kind of story I'm going to tell. Sorry about the I don't want to do with the fan. Get out. Get out. No dogs. Okay. I'm going to be putting on my makeup while I'm doing this. Oh, hold on. Yay. I don't know what happened. Okay. Am I still live? That's so crazy. Okay. My phone locked up. Anyway, let's see if I can fix this. There's just gonna be a fan above my head. I'm sorry. Okay. Stop. Get out. Out. Get out of my room. Anyway, so 9/11 story. All right. In 2001, I was 25, I believe. At that time, yeah, I had just turned 25. No, I was about to turn 25. That's what it was. So, okay, my birthday is tomorrow, the 12th. And so I was like, I want to go out for my birthday. I'm going to be 25. It's going to be so fun. So, 9/11 was on a Tuesday. And my birthday was on a Wednesday, so I was like, well, I'll go out the weekend before. It's not the same when you go out the weekend after. It's just kind of like, my birthday's over, whatever. So, me and my boyfriend slash fiance, I guess. We weren't married, but we were pretty much married. Anyway, we went out for my birthday on the Saturday before. It's my favorite club. Back then, it was called Blackberries. So if anyone's from Dallas who used to go to Blackberries, hey, odds are those people will never see this. But anyway, so we went to Blackberries, salsa, merengue, bachata was not really a thing yet. But salsa, merengue, dance, music, really, really fun. Had a great time. Side note, a lot of my friends back then were actually from Jordan. So, they were my husband's friends, but, I got them. I'm saying husband because we did get married later. So, my ex-husband's friend. So, bunch of us, honestly, probably one of the best birthdays of my life at that time. So, weekend goes by, Monday, Tuesday morning. My sister-in-law, so my husband, my ex-husband's sister, and her husband were in New York. They were staying somewhere, I think in Manhattan. I'm not sure. But they went to New York, and they were supposed to be in the towers that day. So I'm gonna shut my door because the dogs are really loud. Oh. So, oh no, I don't have mascara. So they were in New York, and they were supposed to go to the towers. So what happened was they woke up that morning at 8 or 7 or something. At some time where they were able to figure out that the towers were closed that day. So they did not go. They went back to sleep and did not go for their little tour. I'm sorry, this is really hard to do this and do makeup, but it's fine. So they went back to sleep. Okay, so what happened with me, for some reason, I don't know why, but my ex-husband was home that day. Maybe he just hadn't gone to work yet. I really don't know what happened. I don't know why he was home. But so I took my oldest daughter to school. She was in kindergarten at the time. I dropped her off, and right then, so I just remember this vividly. It's like one of those memories. It's just right there. So I pull into the school drive, and I let her out, and I get to the end of the school driveway, and I'm listening to Kid Craddock in the morning because obviously that's when I still listen to them. Kelly does, I think it was Kelly, she did the news, she used to do the local news, and she said, we have breaking news that a plane has flown into one of the World Trade Center towers in New York. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. Like, how did that, I just kept thinking, like, how did that happen? And I thought it was a little plane, like a little personal plane that holds like 2 people or 3 people. And, she talked about it, but I live 5 minutes from school. So I was like, oh gosh. So I go home, and I told my boyfriend husband, and I was like, hey, they just said like a plane flew in to one of the towers in New York, and like I know your sister's there. And he was like, oh my gosh. So we turn on the news, and it's like just smoke is coming out of the towers, and we're like, oh my gosh. So he's trying to get a hold of his sister. Everybody's trying to get a hold of everybody at this point. Can't get a hold of her. So there's a cat in here. So we're like, oh my gosh. So we just keep watching TV. And I remember my little girl was there. She was, 2001. So she was 1 and a half, because her birthday's in March. So yeah, she was 1 and a half at that time. And she's just sitting on the couch with me playing and stuff. And so we're just watching this, the news. And then we see a second plane fly into the other tower, like while we're watching the news. And we're like, oh my gosh, something is bad here. And by this time, I think we knew that the other, that the plane that went in the first one was a big plane. I'm not sure, but I think they figured it out after the second one went in, because it wasn't that much longer after that the second one happened. And we were just shocked. I started getting scared. I started shaking. Then we hear about the third one. I don't remember. I think the third one was the Pentagon, which now, a lot of people say that it wasn't even a plane, it was just a bomb. But obviously there was people on it, so where did they go? If it wasn't. I just broke my thing. Anyway, so I don't know. We're freaking out by now. We're like, okay, they're flying planes into multiple places. Like, what is happening? We live in a major city, or nearby a major city, I should say, at the time. We were like, we lived maybe 20 minutes from downtown Dallas, and we're just like, where are they going to go? Where are they going to hit in downtown? We've got several big buildings, what are they going to do? And it was really scary, and I was shaking. I have never been so terrified in my life, and I wasn't even in one of those cities. And then, of course, we hear about the other plane later, and it was just like, oh, I can't. The next day was my birthday. I didn't even care. I was like, I don't care if it's my birthday. And it was just really hard. We finally got a hold, someone, I don't know if it was us, but someone finally got a hold of his sister. I think it was the next day. I don't even think it was that day. I think the phone lines actually went down. They did have a cell phone, I believe, but still nobody could get a hold of them. But finally we did. They're fine. Like I said, they slept through the whole thing. Like they didn't even know anything had happened until they woke up. And I mean, how scary to think that like you were supposed to be up there. And how many more people would have been up there if the towers had been open? Like, I don't even know why they chose to close them that day, but maybe there was like maintenance. I don't know. But yeah, they were fine. And it took them several days to get home, if I remember correctly, because they just couldn't get out. And it was just really hard. What is going on with this? Anyway. So yeah, that's my story. It was really scary. I just remember the days after, though. They were so good.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. The days after, like, our country and other countries in solidarity with us. We just came together. Like, we had to travel down to San Antonio a few days later to see, like, family. And I think it was that upcoming weekend. And there was people standing on bridges on the side of the highway, flying American flags. Like, everywhere you went, there was American flags. And it stayed like that for a while. Like, quite a while. I think until it just got too cold outside for people to be out there. But I feel like even in the winter, there would still be people doing it. I feel like it went on for, like, a while. But, yeah, it was just amazing. And then that just stopped. Like, I don't want to get, like, super political on here because it's really not my jam. Well, it's my jam on Instagram, but it's not my jam on YouTube. It just got everything just turned upside down. Like, everybody just forgot how to love others. And then I know it was really hard for people who were from the Middle East or looked like they were from the Middle East. So my Jordanian friends, they all had like American names they went by, but some of them even like joked about changing their name to something else. And they would tell people they were from Italy. Like, that's just sad. I mean, at the time we were like, that's so funny, you know, whatever. But thinking back, like, I can't imagine how hard that would have been for them. And to be like, yeah, I have to tell people I'm Italian or something, or I'm gonna get, you know, God knows. So, and it took me a while to, like, not be scared. It just took a while to not be scared. But yeah, 22 years ago. That's crazy. But yeah, that's my story of where I was, and I don't think I've ever told it. I may have put it on Instagram once, but yeah, that's it. So anyways, I'm gonna finish doing my makeup, and I will see y'all later. Bye.